welcome to my channel. Today I am doing a makeup tutorial on this look right here. I feel like on my Instagram and then just in general I've been doing a ton of bright, smoky, spring, in your face, you know, eye looks and everything, and I really want to dial it back and I want to do something that's kind of neutral, feminine, just very pretty, and you can just wear it during the daytime and everything. So that is why I created this look. I did use the new NYX Avant Pop Color Palette in, gosh, Nouveau Chic. Oh, I still can't pronounce this right. Anyways, I will link the review down below for the 3 NYX Avant Pop Color Palettes. Anyways, so this is the look for this palette that I decided to create. Since this is the more neutral palette, I thought I would go with a neutral look. Just stay tuned if you'd like to see how to get this look. Other than that, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching my videos, and if you do enjoy this video, then give it a big old thumbs up and comment down below at the end. And also, don't forget to subscribe. I would greatly appreciate that. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Okay, so I have already primed my eyes. I used the Boo Boo Cover Up Concealer to prime my eyes to cover up all the dark veins I have in my lids. And so I'm just going with Peach Smoothie. I did not get a clip of it, but I've used it before, so you guys know what it looks like. And if you don't, you can Google it. But I'm just putting this all over the creases. You can't really tell it's the color of my skin, but it's just good for blending. Now taking the NYX Avant Pop Color Palette in Nouveau Chic, I don't know how to pronounce that properly, I am going to be taking the skin tone color right there, and I'm going to be putting this on my brow bone, and then I'm also going to be putting it all over my lid, basically anywhere that I didn't put Peach Smoothie. And the point of this is just to make blending easier and to make my eye not sticky, but to make it kind of more dry from when I had put the concealer on, to make my eyeshadow go on smoothly. Okay, now going in with this peachy pink shade, I'm putting this in the crease, and I'm just using a fluffy blending brush. This is the E35, I believe. I believe it's the E35. Anyways, I'm just putting this in the crease and going back and forth in windshield wiper motions, circular motions, whatever I gotta do to get the color in there. And yeah. Okie dokie, now moving on to the lid, I'm spraying my brush with some MAC Fix Plus, and I'm putting this all over the lid. I really wanted this to be intense, so that's why I used the MAC Fix Plus. It's not necessary, but I just wanted to have a more, I guess, wet look, if that makes sense. I really want to boost up the pigmentation on this shadow. This is just a silvery lavender shade. I absolutely love this. It's so feminine, so pretty, and it's not super out there, so this is the perfect color for during the daytime if you want your eyes to pop. Oh, to apply this, I'm just using a concealer brush because it's flat and gets the color on there really well. And then once that has dried, I go back over with a more fluffy brush in that same color just to make it look more smooth, because the MAC Fix Plus can make it look a little blotchy. And then I'm taking that blending color again and I'm putting it over top just to make sure that there is no harsh lines and everything looks seamless. Okay, so now moving on to a definition color, I'm taking the magenta color and I'm using an eyeliner brush just to get some really precise placement of this color, and then I'm going to go back in and blend it out. But first I'm starting out with this eyeliner brush from Sigma and just getting the color exactly where I want it, and then I'm going to take a brush with no product on it and I'm going to blend that out just to diffuse the color out and make it look nice and seamless. Okay, so after that I'm taking my Sigma E40 brush. This is just the original fluffy brush and no excess product, and I'm just going to blend everywhere just to once again make sure everything is blended nicely and there are no harsh lines. I do a lot of blending if you haven't noticed. Okay, and then I just pack on a little bit more of the lid color with my finger just to make sure that it didn't lose pigmentation. And now I'm taking this highlight shade and just for an extra pop, I'm putting this on the center of my lid. You can't see a huge difference, but it does make a little bit of a difference to make it look a little more unique. And then I'm just taking my E35 again with a little bit more of the magenta color just to deepen up the crease a little bit. I really wanted to intensify that. Okay, and then I'm just going to gently blend it all out. And I did skip my eyebrows and my eyeliner. If you'd like to see how I do my eyeliner, I will link my how-to wing liner down below. But for mascara, I'm going with two mascaras. I'm using the MAC False Lash. It's literally called MAC False Lash Mascara. This is just a sample that I have. And then I'm going over top of that with the Wet n Wild Mega Lengths. I think it's the ×4, I believe, or so, I don't know. But it's Wet n Wild Mega Length, the purple packaging. I love this mascara. It's really wet, but it doesn't weigh my eyelashes down. So anyway, moving on to the face, I'm using the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Primer. As you can see, it gives a really nice glow to the skin. I've really been into dewy skin, as I've said a few videos ago. And then I'm taking my NARS All Day Luminous Glow Foundation. I'm mixing some Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector and Moonstone. I'm doing just one pump of that, and I'm mixing the foundation together, and then I'm applying it to my face. This is not the brush that I like to use for my foundation. My foundation brush did break, but I have one coming in the mail soon, so hopefully that will be better. Anyway, so two concealers. I'm using the NYX HD Concealer and then the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I kind of mix the both. I like how that looks. Then it's not too stark white of a highlight, but it does give me a little bit of a highlight, and they blend together really nicely, I feel. So I'm just going to conceal like a crazy woman all over my face because I like to highlight and have it also cover up any imperfections that I do have. Alright, so once I have that concealer applied, I'm going to take my beauty sponge and I'm going to blend it out. Using the beauty sponge or a beauty blender, whichever you have, is so much faster and gives a really nice natural glow, I guess. And it soaks up any additional products so that we don't have cake face. Oh, also, for concealer, I'm not doing it right here, but you wanna work from the outer part in instead of the inner part out because that helps reduce fine lines, if that makes any sense at all. I'm gonna do it better in another video. Okay, and my new baby, this is the Lorac Pro Contour Kit. This is my first time using it. I'm mixing the two matte highlight shades, and I'm putting this under the eyes to set my under eye concealer. I do have a video coming on this palette soon, so I'm not going to go into full detail explaining it, but you can kind of just see how I use it for the first time. And then I'm going to set the rest of my face with my LA Color setting powder in Nude. This is, I don't see a point in spending so much money on some crazy expensive setting powder when, it sets my makeup and I go in a setting spray anyway. So, whatever. It's $1 and it works and I love it. Okay, so going back into the contour kit, I'm taking both the medium and the light contour. I'm starting with the medium. I'm putting it in the hollows of my cheeks and I'm using the brush that it came with. I'm still trying to decide how I feel about the brush, but I do love the product so far. And then, anyway, so I'm going to contour my cheeks, and then I'm going to go on to my temples, and then I do my nose, and I do my under chin area. I don't know if I showed that or not. But then I'm taking the light contour shade, and that's what I blended out with. But I'm using this brush to originally apply the color, but then I'm going to go in a second here with another brush to blend it out. I do use the F05 to blend out my contour. I like using two different brushes just for application. So here I'm using the F05 to make sure it doesn't look harsh and crazy. Oh, and the thing about contour, I really like the shades in this thing because they're very natural contour shades. They're not very orange. They have a little bit of a gray undertone, which kind of brings on more of a shadow. I will describe that better in a video about the contour kit. And moving on to blush, I'm using the Model Co blush in Peach Bellini. I love this blush. I talked about my favorites video. It's absolutely amazing. And I got it in my Ipsy Glam bag. And I did think it was a little intense, so I'm blending it out just a little bit. Okay, and moving on to highlight, I'm using the Shimmery highlight color. And I go in with an E40 to highlight, believe it or not, which is an eyeshadow brush, but I really, really love how it applies highlight this way. It looks so natural, and I like using a smaller brush because the placement is a lot more precise, but I use the fluffiness of the brush to diffuse it out. I'm stuttering. I love applying my highlight with this brush so much. But anyways, I highlight my nose and my cupid's bow and my cheekbones. Alright, and now moving on to the lower lash line. I'm taking the magenta color and I'm using a little tiny smudge brush. I'm just putting this on my lower lash line. This is to add a little definition on the lower lash line and to kind of have the whole eye look tie in together. I'm sorry I didn't get a good enough shot of this. I was kind of out of the frame. But then I take a pencil brush and I'm taking the lavender color and I'm just smoking up that lower lash line. Now I'm just popping a little bit of the highlight shade on my inner corner just to brighten up the eyes. And then I'm putting a little bit on the brow bone to shape my eyebrows more and to highlight my brow bone. I apologize about not being in the frame. I'm really trying. I think you're really close to the mirror. I gotta figure out where to place the camera. It's difficult. Okay, for the lips, I'm using the what's it called? The e.l.f. matte lip pencil roll-up thing. I can't remember. I'll put it down below. Anyways, it's in the color Nude. I'm kind of using it as a lip liner and a base for my gloss, which I'm using Socialite from Lorac Alter Ego lip glosses. I will link that video down below also if you are interested in seeing a bunch of lip swatches of all the glosses. Okay, and now I'm just going to set it all with my Skindinavia setting spray, and that will complete this look. I really hope you enjoyed watching this. Thank you so much.